Thank you all for listening. Thank you everyone who supported me in 2019. This is Inside the Box with CJT. This is the first podcast of 2020. I've taken a little hiatus, but I'm back, and I'm be back on my bullshit 100,000%. So this episode is just going to be kind of a episode we kind of just look back on things that I've done this past year, my goals for 2020, things I want to accomplish, things I want to dip my toe in. And yeah, we're just going to be a cool year review and where we go from here. And we'll get back into our daily shenanigans. The quest to 100 episodes. This is episode 4. Let's go. So 2019, what a year 2019 was. 2019, I experienced so many emotions and moments that I can truly say that will stick with me for a really long time. End of 2018, I kind of was in not the greatest headspace. I kind of dealt with a lot of dark thoughts and a lot of just a lot of loneliness. And so when I just being kind of stuck in my thoughts for too long, sometimes it can get a little dark, and it was tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I did necessary steps I took necessary steps to kind of talk to somebody and kind of get some help and really just really kind of open up and learn some more about myself, and I think that's a big thing. Is always you always want to continue to learn about yourself, because I feel like I ignore myself sometimes, and I don't listen to, like, when I'm going sometimes, and I don't literally listen to things that I need. I just say, oh no, I don't need that. But sometimes it's okay. It really is okay to take a step back, to talk to someone, and to really kind of evaluate yourself, and to just listen, because, I wasn't, doing the things that I should be doing to help myself in terms of just, staying active, working out, at a decent rate, being active in talking with people and just with friendships and just keeping up with friendships. And I wasn't doing that at the rate I should be doing it at. And it definitely started to eat away at me. It started to tear me down a little bit, and it was hard. It was definitely hard for me to, I guess, admit that to myself, because, admitting you're wrong, at least for me, admitting myself that I'm wrong is kind of, it's hard for me, because, I'm never wrong. But no, but it was really important for me to actually make that step and to kind of work on myself and understand and just be open into listening to myself, And I know when you're in a relationship with someone, you always want to be listening to your partner and being open to, what they have to say. And I think that goes the same way for yourself, and having a good relationship with your own body. Like, I think you have to listen to how your body responds to stuff and how you feel in the morning. Like, oh, like, my body doesn't feel great. What's going on? Or especially for your mental health, if you haven't been really feeling the greatest, you should definitely listen and seek help, or seek things that can change, your status, your well-being at that time, and work at it. And don't stop until you can say that you're in a better place and that your happiness is back to where it should be at. Because I think, sometimes you can easily compromise certain aspects of your life because of, you're just working, you're nonstop going, and you just say, hey, like, it's fine. I'll just worry about this in February, or I'll worry about this in March. I need to get this one thing done. But it's okay to kind of, I don't say that. No, it's not okay to just keep pushing off your health and not listening to yourself and listen to your body after a while, because I've done that and I broke, and I've had breakdowns, and I've had, lots of just really bad times in my life where I just couldn't deal with people. I've, went off the grid just to try to seek happiness in wrong ways. And it was just a lot of weird stuff that I did and not healthy for me, and you really got to, really appreciate the friends and the people that you have in your life, really appreciate your family, and, definitely rely on the people that, you put that are in your life, that, you really can put your life in their hands, to help you, because sometimes you just can't help yourself, and I've had some really great friends that has helped me out, that's listening to me, that just kind of gets me in a better space, whether it's just like, just listening to them talk, and we can laugh, and just small little things like that I really appreciate, because it kind of helps get my mind off certain things, or just being social kind of just helps, makes me feel better. And I will have the, I guess you can say, the tendency to isolate myself, and isolation is not great for the brain, for yourself a lot. So it was tough, and I'm working on not doing that. I'm working on trying to be more social, because I feel like I can be an extrovert, and I think a lot of people who know me can say like he's, very outgoing, but at the same time, it's like I can be an introvert easily. I feel like I'm introverted extrovert, I think, something like that, where it's like, I can be outgoing, especially when I'm comfortable. But at the same time, like if I'm by myself out and about, I'm pretty much introverted. Don't really talk that much. I kind of just keep to myself. And then I can continue to do that if I'm alone by myself, you know what I mean? But I kind of do thrive when I'm kind of like in a social setting. And so sometimes just being out social, like being out and being social, really helps with my mind and my mental. Like sometimes I just like walk around Walmart or Target or something like that, just to be around people, to hear conversations. That really helps, versus just kind of listening to TV all day or YouTube. I think just being around people and groups of people kind of just starts to kind of get me in the better mindset, which kind of helps. And then if I go see my friends, that even boosts me up, another 100. But the biggest lesson I definitely learned from 2019 is just to understand, like, there's times where you need to be, alone, and you can enjoy alone time and enjoy yourself, and just to kind of keep to yourself a little bit. But everything is good in moderation. You can't have too much of being alone. You can't have too much, being with people all the time. Sometimes you got to take a step back. Sometimes you need to push yourself out there to be more social and to be, a part of something, and I think but the biggest thing is that you really have to listen to yourself and know what you need. And even if you don't know what you need right now, then try, experiment with stuff. Try talking to other people to help you gauge and start, learning things that you would need for yourself. And then, because the only way you can learn is by doing. So, but, not my 2019 was not all, negative. I definitely, once I kind of was building myself up, I was, did a lot of working. 2019 was definitely one of my most profitable years. I've made the most money I've had in a single year is 2019, which is pretty awesome. I got a really great opportunity to work in my field, which is film, and I got an opportunity to work on a movie, which was really freaking awesome, and meeting so many awesome people and making connections and being able to just experience that was probably one of my greatest joys. You know, I will always remember it. You always remember your first, you know, that's what they say. And I'll definitely remember that because it was just awesome. Like, you know, eating catering, like, which was really cool. And just learning. I just learned so much. And I'm ready to do it again, you know. I'm ready to keep moving in this industry and to keep growing. And I think that was kind of like one of the biggest breaks I've had. And I'm so blessed to be able to have that experience. You know, I'm so thankful for the friends that, you know, that helped me. And it was just such a great experience. I can't, it was so much fun. Like literally just meeting, you know, actors and producers and directors. It was really freaking awesome and cool. I won't be able to talk about it too much right now, but later on you'll see it because your boy got a movie credit, which would be really cool. When this movie comes out, it'll be really cool to see my name in the credits, which is like kind of surreal. It's like I think for me, it's like, you know, I'm such a person who's like, all right, I'm working to doing this, you know? And so like, I'm always like, all right, I'm working to get it, but I'm not there yet. I'm working to get it, but I'm not there. I'm just working. But then all of a sudden you see that I'm not there exactly where I want to be at, but I'm there. Like I've had something where I'm there. There's something that shows that I was there, and people forever in history will see that I was a part of this, you know, especially with streaming, which is like insane. That's just like something insane that I never thought I would have or would be a part of, but is what I wanted. And so when it actually comes to fruition, it's really amazing. And so I think whenever you do something and you put it out to the world, you never know exactly how it would perceive. Like, yes, I'm working on this. I could work on a movie and it'll be considered the worst movie of all time, right? And people would look negatively like, dang, that sucks. It didn't go anywhere. But at the same time, you can turn that negative into a positive. I was a part of one of the worst movies of all time. There's my name at the end of that. It was a crazy, you know, shit show, but, you know, I was a part of it. So you're still a part of history in some way, you know, like, or, you know, this movie could be one of the greatest movies of all time. And I'd say, yeah, I had the honor and privilege to be able to work on such a great movie, you know, and no matter what, you can always turn a negative out of a positive out of a negative. And I think that's how you should look at it, you know, because I was there. And, you know, a lot of people can't even throw their hat in the ring because they was never there, you know, and I think it's always just an honor and privilege to be there. I'm always a person who is really, I don't know, I get really like emotional about just being a part of something and doing something because there's a lot of opportunities and a lot of things I've never done that I want to do because me growing up as a kid, I fantasized and about just doing some of the American traditions or things that you see on TV that's like, especially classic, you know, American television that people fantasize about and see like, oh, their family does this tradition each year where they go to the park, they play a game of kickball. Then after the kickball, they go to their favorite ice cream spot, get this huge sundae they all split, Sunday split, banana split, whatever, and eat and enjoy. And then, you know, they go home and like, that was something cool. That's something that's like really cool. I thought that was like a really awesome thing. So like me growing up, I didn't really experience a lot of these, I guess, traditional American experiences, you know, which, you know, I'm not like salty or bitter about, but I thought I just would love to do that once I become a parent and once I get out on my own, which I am now, you know, trying to do little small traditions because I think tradition is really cool and heritage. Things that can last, you know, that idea really kind of, it really just interests me. Like I want to be able to have traditions with my kids and things we constantly do that, you know, my kids will look look forward to. And then once they grow up and have their own kids, they'll do the same thing that we started. And that's kind of something I want to be a part of. Like, I never got a chance to do that with my family. My family weren't really, traditional people. We didn't do traditions, but we just was trying to get by. We were trying to just live, and I get that. My mom and my dad provided, such a good life for me to where I can, get by and to do things that I want to do and pursue my dreams, And so I can't be mad about not having traditions. It's kind of just this ideal that I've watched growing up because, I'm a kid who loves films and movies and TV, and I see it, and I've seen it so much growing up. So it's like, wow, that'd be really cool to do, and I want to do it. I know that is something that's going to be a part of my family. Like, I want to do traditions each Christmas, Thanksgiving, Halloween, whenever. Like, I want to do little cool traditions with my family. I think that'd be such a cool thing to do, But I definitely want to hear about your guys' traditions. If your family does traditional things on Christmas, holidays, or just like summertime vacations, whatever it is, let me know. Hit me up on my social medias at CJT Creations or CJT Creation Box, and let me know the different traditions you guys do. I would love to hear what you guys do and what really something you guys look forward to each year. I would love to hear about that. So, things that I truly love and things that I hate. What am I into right now? Some of the things that I really love right now, at least for music wise, I am really into Young Thug. Young Thug has been killing the game. His last project, I just cannot stop listening to it. It's on repeat. He has so many hits. Hot Remix, Bad Bad Bad, Surf, I'm Scared. So much. And it's just his melodies, his beats, they just go so hard and just so catchy. I just want to listen to it over and over again. And like, you know what I mean? Like, Young Thug is definitely one of the greatest out, and he's been doing it for so long. He definitely was one of the artists that started this movement of just kind of like this melodic, auto-tune filled music back in like 2012, I want to say, maybe even before then, and when everyone thought he was weird, and he was, how he dressed and stuff like that, but he was doing it for so long, and then it kind of, the music wave kind of switched with him, and he's been doing it, and then he just thrived and got his first #1 album last year, which is amazing, where you keep working at something, and you're ahead of your time, and then you change the music game, and now you finally get that moment where you're recognized to be one of the top out. I think that was amazing. What else do I love? There's some really awesome movies that I've recently saw. I saw Knives Out at the end of last year. Phenomenal movie. Such a freaking phenomenal movie. Loved it. Star Wars, I saw Star Wars. Great. Freaking phenomenal. What other movies that I've seen recently? That's about it. I try to watch a lot of like independent stuff that's kind of like, of course you got to support the independent artists, and there's a really cool like independent movies that you can find on Netflix that are like interesting finds, just because I know a lot about the just about the film industry. I don't know a lot, but like about just the distribution of trying to get your film to get it on Netflix, Amazon, and stuff like that. I try to support and give some streams, support the small guys in a sense who are not backed by major production companies. But there's one film that I want to see. I haven't seen. It was two really. Honey Boy, which is one of the films that's like a documentary. Not really a documentary. It's a biopic about Shia LaBeouf's father and how he grew up. And I really wanted to watch that. I think it just came on Amazon Prime. I'm really looking forward to that. I will definitely do a review on that pretty soon. And also he has Peanut Butter Falcon is another film that he's in that he did. I'm a big Shia LaBeouf fan, which is, it might sound crazy. I know all the stuff that he's done in his personal life and, how he's crazy. But let me just tell you this. Shia LaBeouf's viral video when he says, "Just do it," and he screamed, is probably one of the most inspirational videos. And I've had it on my desktop on my laptop for a long time. And every time I just needed some inspiration, I would listen to that over and over again. And it might sound like, it might be a joke, but like it really is inspirational to me. And his words, his passion for what he does, I really appreciate as an artist. I just love his artistry. It might not be packaged perfectly for everyone, and I get that, and that's cool. Everyone has their own opinion, and you're entitled to that. But I really love Shia LaBeouf ever since even Stevens, Transformers, even some of his, films that are just not really seen well, but I don't know, some of his characters that he portrays and how his artistry I really appreciate. Even him freestyling, definitely one of the best freestylers out there that are actors. Kill it. Definitely check that out. Look up like Shia LaBeouf. I think 5 Fingers of Death on Sway in the Morning. He kills it. He's a good rapper. I think he's doing a theater. He does like a theater in his hometown in California, or at least a town in California, where he helps train other actors and stuff like that. And they do this like really cool reformative theater camp. And I think that's really awesome to give back, because I want to give back to my community. I have this idea that I want to create an art house, a kind of a space for independent film and for young filmmakers to be able to have a place to show their films. I think that would be honestly a really awesome thing to bring a community together, and then not just through film, but also through food and drinks. I think you can do such an amazing things in a community, and I want to give back to a community and to build something. I think that's something that's really legitimate. You want to build something, you want to have something of your own, like a business or whatever it is. Like, I think that's something I really want to challenge myself to do. And I want to give myself a 10-year plan to get that done. So by the time I'm 35, I would love to have this art house up and going. I want you guys to definitely keep me accountable for it. I'm working on my business plan for it. I'm working on just getting my life together, real talk. But, I really have a lot of aspirations I want to do in this world, and I'm not going to be satisfied until I at least, make an impact on people, and I think that's something I strive to do. I like to see other people happy. I want to make other people happy. That's why I want to be a filmmaker, because I feel like you can impact people so heavily through the medium of film, movie, television, whatever. And I think that's also kind of why I started this podcast, because, I do like to talk, but also like I want to hopefully inspire other people to do what they want to do, or just, hear words that maybe invoke thought and inspiration. I don't know. I just really want to, make people think, laugh, happy, sad. I don't want to make sad, but at least in terms of the movie, just like if I do a piece that is a little sad, I want you to go through the gamut of emotions through my art. And I gotta get more art to you guys. So that is me. I have been lacking on my consistency. And that's something I talked about early on in this podcast. My consistency to get to 100 episodes, my consistency to keep putting out art and things that I'm feeling and making it, because, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've been scared to do it. I've been just been lacking, because sometimes it's hard to truly put out all the different sides of you that you experience, or maybe it's harder to, I guess, compute it in a certain way or manner that you want. So I just got to get better 2020 of computing those feelings and computing how I feel. So, which is a perfect segue to my 2020 goals this year. So 2020, I want to really shine a light on all my emotions and things that I think about, because I am such a hybrid of emotion and ideas that I have, because a lot of things make me laugh. Literally everything and anything can make me laugh, but it's not it's just like, let's pause, let's regroup. The small things make me laugh. the way someone looks when they say something, the way someone does something, the way their body moves, motion, how things are said, what is being said. I'm very observant with a lot of different things, and I think that's what makes me laugh if something's done perfectly or something that someone didn't even realize it. Because a lot of different emotions, I study emotion on people. That's just something kind of my brain works because I want to. Oh my goodness! If I can just put out the words that I'm trying to say. A lot of things I'm very observant with people and behaviors. And I think because I want to do acting, I want to be a director, and it just kind of helps me. Like I kind of use it and store it in my brain to kind of use it and, funnel it into something else. And so a lot of things make me laugh that a lot of people will be like, what are you laughing at? Why are you laughing? Because it's just like, it's not like I'm laughing at you, but it's just like certain things that you do. I think, oh, that's a funny quality or that's a funny little thing. So I'm like, oh, that'd be cool I jot that down in my brain mentally and just kind of work to kind of build stuff, So 2020 is about just putting out as much content as possible and just expressing myself, truly expressing myself. Because I think there's a lot of people who don't really know me, especially going from high school. I was kind of a shy kid. Not really shy kid, but I was not the person I am today. I'm definitely a completely different person than I was in high school, but I was still learning who I was. I didn't really know. I still kind of don't really know who I am. To be quite honest, I'm still learning each day, but I think I need to make a conservative effort to constantly push to learn who I am, just to constantly just kind of figure out who I am as a person, as a artist. And the only way you can do that is by working and to do things, new experiences and everything like that. Because, I was scared of a lot of different things. And I think the reason why I was scared about it is just because I didn't know, and I hate not knowing. And I was always a kid who always asked why or asked questions because I just love learning things. And I need to get back to that. I need to get back to being curious George, being that guy who asked questions, who always wanted to learn something new. So that's 2020. I want to keep learning. I want to put out things that I've learned. I want to be more vulnerable. Vulnerability is key. And I want to stop being scared. I think the less I can be scared this year to do things I want to do, I think I will grow and become a better person all in all. So I definitely want to challenge you guys to not be scared of things that you really want to do, not be scared to be the person you want to be, because at the end of the day, you only live one life. If you're scared to be the person you truly are, then that's not really a life you should live. You want to live the best life you possibly can, because we only get so many years on this earth. And whether, you're afraid to be who you are because of your parents or because of society or whatever, like that's not fun. Like you should really strive to be the best version of yourself. And I think that's why I wasn't that's why I've changed and grown so much, because once I've kind of been out on my own and experienced new things and hang around different people that I never thought I would hang out with, then I was like, wow, like this is really cool. Or like, this is like this new experience. Wow. Like I'm really learning about myself. I'm like having fun. I can be honest and with myself and honest with other people, because I'm not trying to live this life that was, I guess, opposed on me growing up. Like I've lived a life that, my parents showed me, and, they live these morals and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, I've taken that my parents gave me. Now it's time to take some other things that I can learn, and then you can kind of sift through both and figure out the person you want to be. And I don't want to live a life that my parents tell me to live, I don't want to live a life where you should just get your, typical 9-to-5 job, make money, and just do a job that's not going to make you happy and live that for the rest of your life. That's not me. And if that's you, that's completely okay. You can live whatever life you want. But for me personally, that's not my life. I want to live something where I am going to be happy every single day. I'm always going to be working towards happiness no matter what I do. And I'm such a person who's going to be, after a while, I always like to self-evaluate. It's like, hey, how am I doing? Am I happy? Yes. All right, cool. Let's keep moving. If I'm not happy, let's figure out how can I get to happiness. So that's why, you make changes in your life. And it's okay for change. Change is scary, but sometimes change is very needed. So yeah, 2020, let's work towards being 100% you. Be yourself. Find out who you are by experimenting, doing new things, and challenging yourself to grow. So that is all I have for you guys today. Definitely want to start putting out episodes every Thursday. Look for that. Hold me accountable. This episode is probably going to go out probably on a Monday. Then I'm going to try to go out constantly on Thursdays each week. And I got a lot in store. I've been writing a lot. I got a lot of interesting things that I got to say and experiences that I've had. I've been through a lot over these last couple of weeks, and I got a lot of cool things to say, a lot of funny things. Hopefully you think it's funny or whatever. But yeah, 2020, let's do it. Let's kill it. Also, I am starting a Spotify playlist for all my songs of the week that I had. I don't really have a song of the week this week, but just listen to Young Thug, play Young Thug, stream Young Thug, kill it. I guess you can stream The Box by Roddy Ricch. Song's killer right now, #1 in the country. Stream that, keep that going for him. Support young and upcoming artists. Yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you for listening to me for the past, 20, 30 minutes. I really appreciate all the support that you guys gave me, and hope you guys keep supporting me through 2020. And yeah, I love you guys so much. This is Inside the Box with CJT. Keep it creative. Thank you.